probably know what I'm going to ask now because everyone's going to ask the same thing about if you mention the BSKs, you've got to mention the Kliq and that kind of thing. Is it a bit of an overblown thing, the whole Kliq BSK faction war, or was it just...
Yeah, there was nothing to it. I mean, me and Phineas go back to, I mean, I remember meeting Kevin before I got my job in WCW, but, I always got along with all them guys. There was never any animosity between any of us. Just like that famous picture of us on the bus in Germany. I mean, you look who all was in that: Stone Cold and Sean and Kid and Razor and Kevin and Briscoe's laying in the floor and
Big
George
cigar in his mouth, yeah? He's going,
yeah, and
yeah.
George the Animal Steel took the picture, and then there's Hunter and me and Kevin and Taker and Phineas. And like I said, George the Animal Steel, he took the picture. But what a great group of guys back then.
That was the business, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was such a good time. And you know, I was thinking this yesterday talking to Shane. We actually were there for each other. I don't know how they are now, if people like get together after a match, after a show, and actually talk about stuff. But we would always give feedback, which I thought was pretty cool, to each other. And everybody seemed to like want to help each other, because if the business succeeded, everybody succeeded. So that's how I looked at it. I tried to help people. I wanted people to help me, give me some criticism, tell me what to do, what's going to make it better. And when you got a group of guys that, are your buddies and you trust them and you love them, then when you hear them tell you something, it's usually pretty good advice.
Did you find yourself in like a wrestling bubble where you were just talking wrestling 24/7 all the time, and you didn't really know what was happening in the outside world, or did you always, buy the newspapers, have a good handle on what was going on?
Usually it was, I was a single dad, so it was about, of course, my two boys were always number one, but other than my family and friends, when I was on the road, you're always, and it seemed like we were more creative back then, like you just got to keep thinking, trying new stuff and fresh stuff. And me and Phineas would go back, order room service, or order Chinese, take a couple hits, get our mind right, and we come up with some hell of a matches in our hotel room, stoned.
Did you reenact any of them, or did you save it for the ring?
Saved it for the ring.
That's his ring. One more thing I've got to ask, right? Is it true that once, like, Owen and Bulldog and some others walked it? So apparently it's like the BSKs and then the Kliq, and then Owen and Bulldog and some guys turned up in like handkerchiefs or neckerchiefs. Or
yeah,
red. Like
yeah, it was Al Snow, Billy Gunn. Yeah, they were trying to start a little faction there, and I can't even remember what they were calling themselves.
Was it just like a 1-day thing, or did they just start?
Yeah, it was like it was just a short span, but I think they were getting ribbed so much about it, they just ixnayed it right away.
Oh, right. So it was like a genuine thing they were trying to start up.
Yeah, I think they were just, I can't really remember, but I thought they were sort of serious about getting it started because they had the little bandanas.
J Rock has written in and says, oh, here we go. Right. So I didn't know this was the same day. So did you hold any animosity towards the Kliq for stealing the shine off his and Phineas's big tag team title win at Madison Square Garden by doing the infamous curtain call in the main event? I didn't realize that was the same day.
Yeah, that's right. No, that didn't bother me. The reaction and support we got after that, nobody could have took, and in the garden, nobody took anything away from us that I feel.
That was a big house as well, I think, because I don't know who worked on it, that was a huge house.
They said the fire marshal in the garden that night was like going crazy. People were standing in the aisles, and yeah, it was a good night.
Do you remember your reaction, or would you have been out of the building by the time the curtain call happened?
We didn't see it live. I mean, we were there. We were in the locker room, I think. But I know when it happened, everybody was like hollering, "Hey, this is going on!" So everybody's sort of going to the curtain to see what's going on.
Mm-hmm. But you never went. You never saw it live then.
I have after, but I didn't see it live when it happened. Yeah.
Who do you remember? Who was most pissed off by it? Do you remember?
Oh my God, it seemed like a few of the boys were pretty hot. Maybe Brett, Taker, Yoko. I mean, they seemed pretty upset at the time.
Yeah, just wanted.
I think some of the agents were hot too.
Yeah, I think it was Jerry Briscoe I heard was
pretty
upset with that one.